Michelle Carter, principal of Gola Meir School.
So I became involved in check-in, check-out just as an opportunity to set a lead for my staff. We've been kind of slow in implementing our Tier 2 PBIS initiative, and so I decided to participate in check-in, check-out with the student. We've been having some behavioral issues with. We tried several interventions with this student and had not been successful. His mom was very willing to work with us in the things that we put in place, but to this point, nothing had worked out in terms of changing behaviors. I think the best part about him participating in the check-in, check-out program is the ownership that he's taken in his behavior. Because we meet in the mornings and afternoons, it's not uncommon for him to say, oh, the reason I got a 2 or 1 is because I was off task in the morning, or I was off task during reading group, but I know what I need to do to get it together so that I can get a 3 the next day. So the working for the points has been very, very motivating for him, as well as him accepting responsibility for what he's done wrong and really discovering ways to correct the behavior himself instead of me having to initiate, this is what you need to do to change your behavior. So having had some success with him, it's kind of become a contagious thing, and a couple of other staff members have now embarked on taking in students for check-in and check-out, and they've all experienced tremendous success. The behaviors have minimized significantly for all of the students who've been involved. The parents have indicated how valuable they feel this has been. I'm not just calling with the negative phone calls anymore, but the positive ones, reiterating that their child met his or her goal, and it's been pretty wonderful for the students and for our community. I do think that a lot of the behaviors that we often see are attention seeking, so they're getting this one-on-one contact with an adult every day, and it's not something that's always negative. It's positive conversations. It's conversations about how he or she can get better, and I think that is what's been most successful in implementing this for the students. So I don't know, it's something about this level of accountability that they have to individual people, even outside of their parents, but to people in the school that encourages them. It's really odd, but it encourages them to want to do better. We just put somebody on not too long ago, about 3 weeks ago, and he works with my program implementer, and this little boy had not smiled. He's always angry about something. So on his first day with check-in and check-out, he got a 26, I think. And his goal was not even 26. We gave him like a 23, I believe. But the smile on his face was unbelievable. Just him sharing that he'd had this outstanding day, that he scored this high, was simply amazing. And again, I think he's a child that is in need of some extra attention. I mean, our class sizes are about 32, so, teachers don't always have the time to establish those individual connections and bonds. And maybe this is, what contributes to some of the behavioral issues. But this has, again, been that opportunity to connect them with someone. I think because the teachers are also checking for student focus and growth in those designated areas of being safe, being respectful, being responsible. The students know that the teachers are holding them accountable, as well as their check-in, check-out person. And so this particular boy, who's my mentee, his teacher often sends pictures to me when he's doing something positive. So I think that she's looking for more positive things to share with me instead of maybe just the negative things that were initially part of our relationship, him being sent on referrals, the negative phone calls home. I find her now being more proactive about sending positive things as it relates to that particular student. I would just say it works. And I know that our schedules are extremely busy and it's really difficult, but this is why we got into the business of educating kids, is to really make that impact and make a difference. And it's difficult to do that on a day-to-day basis, especially because we're principals, because we're not in the classrooms with them every day. So for me, it gave me an opportunity to really develop some more personal relationships with students that we sometimes miss out on. But I know that we all so desperately love and crave, and which is why we got in the profession to begin with. So I would definitely encourage them to take it on. And just for teachers, it really does help develop relationships with kids. And I think that if we are to improve the climate in our school classrooms, in our community, we have to reach out more and find inventive ways to build relationships. Not everyone will be okay with just a classroom incentive. Some kids just need that little extra step. And from somebody who was not as much of a believer in it, I can tell you that it definitely works. And I'm definitely a believer and very excited about implementing it on a wider scale next year.